Is ZANU-PF reversing the gains of the liberation struggle? This is what is happening right now. 20 million is supposed to be paid to the white farmers on the developments that they made on the land. This agreement was reached somewhere around 2020 in a bid to overturn the scourge of sanctions that was on Zimbabwe since the 2000s. Now, I'll tell you the reasons why ZANU-PF government has to do this in order to pay the white farmers. The first thing is that they really want to get back into the international monetary fund or into the world system of being able to borrow or being able to have lines of credit. That is the first thing. And the second thing why they are doing this is land reform program was a good thing, but it was an absolute failure in the sense that it did not fulfill its pure intention. Number one, the land reform program was supposed to benefit and to make Zimbabwe a strong agrarian economy. But because most of the land that was allegedly grabbed was allocated to people on party lines, that's why you are seeing a lot of fallow land that used to be productive in the 90s, and nobody is doing any production there. Why? Because the people that took over, they do not have resources. The people that took over are unable to continue the farming that they were doing there. And that means that more hunger for the nation. And that is not good. So compensating white farmers will bring some other white farmers, because some of the white farmers did not leave Zimbabwe outrightly. Some of them, they came back and negotiated with the people that had took over the land because they had the resources, and they started renting out these farms. And renting out these farms comes at an exorbitant price. And that price is what you pay at the till in terms of the food prices. So that is the cost. But back to the issue of paying back the farmers. Is it a good or a bad idea? It is a good and bad in the sense that we as black people are failing to organize ourselves, to strengthen ourselves, to use the resources that we are at our disposal in order to maximize the potential that we have. Look at what happened in the Netherlands. Netherlands was facing imminent drought. And what did they do? They went in, farmers, they became innovative and started implementing things not on party lines. People sacrificed a lot, and Netherlands tend to be what it is today because of sacrifice and commitment. Can we say we failed to commit ourselves to say what measures, what indigenous measures of agriculture can we implement in order for us, one, to avert hunger and to avert the issue of fallow land that is not being used. Also, what contributed to this is, if you look at countries that were enemies to Zimbabwe, like your United States and the UK and the Western world in particular, they were hostile to the ruling party and friendly to the opposition. But now, as you can see, that they are not as friendly as they were to the opposition, because the funding they have dried, because they are seeing that there is cracks in opposition, and opposition does not seem to have the resolve to become the new government in town. So they are preferring to work with ZANU-PF because, after all, ndo varongotonga. Saka, this is what is causing all these compromises on the part of ZANU-PF and on the part of the Western world. So this is a Western world versus ZANU-PF reaching probably an agreement. So we'll see how this relationship is going to turn out, but this is what it is. Farmers are getting compensated by Zimbabwe.